podcast. When we started, we're just like 8 different outros. And,
Yeah, right.
or, different intros. It's like
I
all
promise you,
B-roll.
I feel good. I'm glad to be here.
Dope,
we're
man.
the same way. Once the conversation gets going,
Yes.
Yeah, it'll be flowing.
Yes,
It'll be
yes, yes.
flowing.
You'll get the Chris you see on TV,
yeah.
That's love.
but more cut and
All right.
raw.
You know what I want to
Yeah, no. You
Uncut
can,
and raw,
yeah, you
yeah.
can do your thing over here.
You know what I want to do is
Have it going on the laptop?
I want to see because if we're gonna do live, might as well like look at the chat too, because I noticed the last few times we've gotten a bunch, but we haven't been able to see it after it uploads.
Fair.
So
Is there a way that we'll be able to?
yeah, if I go on the channel, I think while we're
Well, I'm saying like, is there like a clean way to have it posted somewhere to where we can see? Because if you just sit it right here, it's gonna be kind of in the way.
I'm sorry,
Are you gonna hold on to it like that?
I think so.
Okay.
I think that's the best way. I mean, we don't have another way to kind of view it.
That's what I was. We have.
Unless we
have
have
eyes.
Tori.
Yeah, we have eyes.
Okay,
You know?
you want to do that?
Yeah. Are you down?
Just
To-
shout it out to
Just
us.
shout out the chat. Someone in the chat says,
I like that. We need to get you a mic though.
"Yeah,
I mean, obviously going forward, I'm saying, but
mini cooler."
Mini all right, cool. It's a little crooked. Here, I'm gonna hold this for reference.
Yeah, I got you.
Tell me how crooked this is. It's so crooked enough.
Not necessarily.
I mean, we're looking handsome.
100%.
We think.
I couldn't stop staring at myself. I do think we're good.
So the chat, right? I'm gonna have everybody else. You guys want to shout out on your socials real quick? Around live.
At Flash the Samurai. On everything.
Yeah.
On everything. Everything. I don't understand that. Why would he start behind Dylan Gabriel?
Right.
Like, how does that make sense?
Like, what's the point? Like, y'all, you picked him in the 5th, 4th round. Like, what's the point?
What's the
Move
point
on,
of this?
dog. Let the
Like-
man play.
Yeah.
What you scared of? He gonna ball? If he doesn't, do what we know you're gonna do. Bench him.
Right.
Like, why waste the pick?
What are you talking about?
Shador.
Shador.
Oh, yeah.
And the Browns, who never have a quarterback.
Never have a quarterback.
I
You
will
literally
say-
have the opportunity to have one, and
Thank
you're not taking it.
I feel like the Jags should draft him so we can push Trevor.
That's how you feel about Trevor?
We're about to find out.
Right. At this point. Unfortunately, we're Trevor defenders up here.
But I like Trevor.
He's got. There's a
I
few
want him to be
things
great.
He's definitely better.
Yeah,
He's
he
still
has
got
been,
a lot
but-
of inaccuracy problems, but
Yes, 100%.
we'll talk about it. So you got the agenda pulled up real quick?
I don't. You put it in a group chat, right?
Yeah. So Chris, typically what we do,
Mm-hmm.
we'll go over just last week as a preview.
Right.
So go over the Niner game, just like initial reactions.
Mhm.
Then we give out a game ball.
Mhm.
So like player of the game who we give it to. Then we do 3 players like stock up, who has like their players that are on the rise.
Got it.
And then 3 players from last week that are stocked down and they play as well. And then we kind of go from there.
Okay.
we'll kind of go into the other stuff too.
Will you? Never mind. Let me put this on.
Yeah, one sec.
Do
I
not
just wanna-
disturb.
Oh yeah. Gotta make sure I knew who I was talking about last week.
Here you go. Look at how kind of have that set up.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
All right, cool boys.
Yep. Yep. Okay. Cool.
All right, word.
All right.
Cool, bro. Let's do this. All right. Chris is gonna christen us with the first water, the first water toast, but it still works out.
Yeah, definitely.
So let's do cheers.
All
Cheers,
right.
boys.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yes, sir. Back with the hazy IPAs.
Back with the hazies, dude.
You know,
We
back with the hazy. We're live, by the way, man.
All right, cool.
yeah, don't say anything crazy.
Thanks for the warning. I hate. No, I'm just kidding.
Pre-show Trevor Lawrence stuff was about to come out.
Yeah, no, 100%. 100%.
I love you, Trevor.
But just real quick, for those that don't know, welcome to Jungle Beat Podcast. We got a really special guest today. We got Chris Porter from First Coast News jumping on today. So, Chris, appreciate you jumping on. And
Glad to be here.
Blessing the podcast. So, yeah, great. This is a real fun week, I think, for everybody.
100%.
I think everybody's a little bit juiced this week.
Yeah.
I think they can
I
feel
think
it.
everybody's just juiced based on what we've seen from the first quarter of the season.
Hell yeah.
100%.
If anybody told you you'd been 3-1 after the first 4 weeks,
Man.
Yep.
people would have been doing this.
Yeah. Well, hey, yo, I mean, we did. So we had Jamal Saints here on
Right.
for our.
What's up, Jamal?
For
My
our
guy.
shout out Jamal. We had him on for the preseason, season preview show.
Yeah.
And everybody had him at Jamal, I think, had him at 10 wins, but I think we came up with 11,
11,
12.
12. Yeah.
And everybody's dogging us. We're like,
Yeah.
no, there's zero chance that's happening. But it's not necessarily going the way we planned it. We didn't see the defense being this great.
Yeah.
But,
Glad we were wrong.
But we were pleasantly surprised. So.
Yeah, pleasantly wrong. I think that when we are looking at the overall totality, the stretch of these next 3 games are going to be really
Huge.
important to see what we're going to do moving forward. And even me personally, I did not expect that win on Sunday because when we did this the pre-show, I had that as a loss. I definitely had that as a loss going into the Bay Area, going into the hostile environment I didn't think that they were going to have all these injuries either, but,
Well, I mean, they
is.
had a lot going into the game, but they keep getting them throughout the game,
Yeah.
and we really did too. It was a physical game. We lost Foye for a little bit. Trayvon, we'll talk about him a little bit too.
Yeah.
He went down. We'll
I
see
think
how
Eric
bad
Murray
that is.
got dinged up in that as well.
So it was still a physical 49er type of game, you know what I mean? But we definitely pulled it out. So yeah, Chris, real quick. So what's your first initial thoughts, I guess, on the Niner game?
Before I even talk about the Niner game, sometimes I think Jaguar fans get too sophisticated.
Okay.
Here's what I mean. Everybody's this next stretch of games, we're really going to figure out what kind of team we have. No, we figured out a lot in the first 4.
That's
Facts.
true.
Because usually we don't beat teams like Carolina that we did beat.
Yeah,
Which,
right.
for me, that is a plus. I say it all the time, when you haven't been good or
Consistent.
you haven't been consistent.
Yeah.
I've been here, this is year number 16. I've experienced, I think, 2 winning seasons in 16 years.
Wow.
That's a long time.
That's a long
And
time.
I think sometimes we think and I know everybody thinks, it's like your kid. You think your kid is the best.
Yeah.
You want to think your team is the best. But sometimes our expectations can be too high.
Yeah.
Based on what we've accomplished, right? I feel like to keep moving the marker down the road is cute, but let's also be realistic about how well this team has played up to this point when you compare what we've been through just the last 2 seasons.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I'm saying?
4 wins last
Yes.
season.
It's
Yeah.
true.
And
Yeah.
then to think about the fact we're 18 seconds away from being 4-0.
Right.
We could have
Right.
won that Cincinnati game.
Yeah.
And,
Phantom DPI.
yes. And the crazy part, I was one of those people, I think I had them winning 9-10 games. I had them losing the Niner game on the left coast
Yeah.
because we play so bad. We go to the left coast. It is tough, different time zone, long travel. But after we, who did we beat before the Niners? Well, I got my brain
Houston.
fried. Houston,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
At home.
When we beat Houston, I said, you know what? defense travels.
Yeah,
Definitely.
facts.
Defense travels.
Physicality.
That's,
Yes.
that's why I think I'm most optimistic about this
Yes.
the rest of the season is
Yes.
because all right, defense we know is gonna. I mean, unless you have injuries,
Yep.
Yeah.
that's not really changing that much.
Nope.
And the offense is just building and building and building.
Yep.
Now it's slow build, but
And usually the defense is ahead of the offense
Always.
in
Yeah,
the early
yeah.
part
That's
of the
for most.
season.
That's for most teams.
Yeah.
Though. You know,
You-
usually the
you-
defense is typically ahead of the offensive schedule as far as developing and actually making the necessary plays
Yeah.
that it is that
Yeah.
you need to win.
Yeah.
definitely.
100%.
And it's good too, like real talk. We've had a few coaching changes in the last several years. During the offseason, you're always optimistic. And then reality sets in. I feel like, and I kept asking fans if I was alone in this, I felt like something truly was different about this regime.
100%.
Like there
It's
was
tough
just
to know. It's tough to know.
No,
Nah,
no, it's
well,
not.
you can feel
No,
it.
it's
Well,
not.
here's what I would say. It's tough to know until certain things started happening. You know, like
What was the selling point for you?
Well, I mean, I think personally, it was going up and being aggressive. You know, first off, you know,
Bingo. I agree with the draft.
With the draft,
Yes.
I think that's what the turning point in the offseason, the franchise. Now we'll talk about Travis Hunter and how they're using him and how he's
Yep.
playing stuff in a little bit. But I think the aggressive and the basically we're not fucking around anymore. Like
Yeah.
we're going
Yeah.
after it.
Yeah.
This isn't the same old Jaguars. We're not going to sit back and pick at 5 if we know we can go get a guy.
Yeah.
And you've seen Gladstone throughout the offseason and
That's
honestly,
what I was gonna say. I
like,
was gonna say,
keep
like,
chipping away
yeah.
and doing
100%.
and making little moves here and there that just the Tank Bigsby trade. You know, some of us
Yeah.
questioned that at the time, but like Tune's playing well now. So it's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
all his little moves that made. He didn't make a big splash in free agency other than Travis Hunter
That's not
for
true.
the draft.
That's not true.
Well,
But that's my thing is for you. If that's true for you, that makes sense, right?
Well, Jordan Lewis has played up to higher
I
expectations.
saw
than we
Jordan
did.
Lewis play in Dallas.
Yeah.
So when we actually picked him up, I said, "Oh, this regime is actually moving differently. They're
Correct.
willing to make him the highest paid nickel
Correct.
corner
Yeah.
in the NFL and actually bring him here to make the impact that he's made today."
And you're
Yeah.
actually addressing an area of the team that was terrible last
Exactly,
year. Let's
exactly.
just keep it 100. And
Yeah.
the thing for me was the moving up in the draft was the icing on the cake.
Right.
Yeah.
I felt like based on what they had done up to that point, we knew it was different. We knew this organization was moving in a different direction, and it's more no nonsense. And you can tell that the people at the top are on one accord
Yeah.
because championships aren't won just on the field. It starts from the owner
Yep.
all the way down to the
Yep.
janitor. And I
Yep.
feel like.
Yep.
Even when Shad Khan said, okay, I screwed it up at first. I should have gotten rid of Balky. I did not. I did. Let me
Yep.
go and get Cohen. Let me pay him what we need to pay him.
Yep.
Then allow him to basically, I don't know if he's really picked, but had a say in who his GM was going to be because we don't, that marriage is so important.
Yeah.
It is.
And
It
I
is.
think that was one of the reasons why Doug Peterson failed. You put him with a GM
That's
that
true.
wasn't his guy.
That's
Yeah.
true. You didn't really consider
Right.
that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'll be quiet, let you host the show. That's just my
No,
thought.
no,
Go.
You're
I mean,
cooking,
go,
bro. I'm gonna let you cook.
Keep going.
But you know, I and then the Travis Hunter thing. I'm telling you, I don't know. The last time I've been kind of that excited was when we knew we were getting Trevor when the Jets won that
Right,
game that
right,
year and
right,
then we
right.
went in.
Yep.
But I wasn't. I thought I was as excited as I'd been in my career here when we went up and we made the move and we got Travis Hunter.
Yeah.
I was excited because even if it doesn't work, I like the fact that you're trying to be aggressive.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I love
exactly.
that. I love that.
And I think that's what the regime got done well. And I think going forward the rest of the season, the identity of the team has taken on the identity of Liam Cohen.
Yep.
Liam Cohen, which I don't think anybody thought he was that competitive.
No, I did not.
I
had
don't
no
think
idea.
going into the season I'd be talking about Liam Cohen going chest up to Robert
Yeah,
Saleh.
yeah.
and
Robert
talk-
Saleh ain't no little dude. Now,
He's
you
not.
know what I
He's
mean?
not.
and
He's
talking
not.
trash. I didn't see that.
And I think that's what we've been lacking.
Yeah.
100%.
For so long,
Fire.
we've been passive.
Yes.
And if we are
100%.
aggressive, we're passive aggressive. But when your head coach says,
Yeah.
wait a minute, dude, don't come talking crap about me. Keep my name out of your mouth.
We're not shaking hands. We're
Yeah.
not doing none of that. I'm
Bro,
walking
this-
right past you, and
it's
if
a
you
new
don't
day.
say nothing
Yeah.
to me,
You feel me?
So
I like
that's what
that.
I'm saying. Like that's what's when we talk about what's different with this team, it's the mentality.
Yeah.
It is.
We
It is.
we have a lot of the same players.
Yes,
a lot of
we
the
do.
same core players. Guess what? This regime and also the coaching staff, more importantly, Campanelli, Liam Cohen, like they're putting guys in positions to make plays and to basically build on their strengths.
Yeah.
They're not asking Devin Lloyd to do anything that he can't do.
Right.
They're putting him on the line. They're blitzing him like we
Yeah.
talked about before
Yep.
the season. Like
Putting Eric Armstead back in his right
Back
putting
position.
in
Eric
his
Armstead
right place.
finally back inside.
Oh my
So
God.
just there's so many different things that we can take that direction, but the identity of the team though is like, hey, we're gonna prove people wrong
Yep.
this year.
For me, this it's pretty similar to what Chris is saying. It's a trickle down effect, man.
Yes.
When James Gladstone got hired, you could see it in his eyes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he has like those eyes that are like piercing almost. Like and
Yeah.
me personally, I like that in a GM.
Yeah.
You know, I'm looking at Trent Baalke's eyes. He looks dead.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And maybe because he's old, but still, like, but like his eyes are like piercing. He's
Yeah.
looking at you
Yeah.
like, yo, like hey, we about to win. Like, you
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like it's somebody that I'm willing. And after every win, he's in the tunnel,
Yeah.
shaking hands. He's
Yeah.
dapping up coaches.
Baselli, too.
Baselli's in
Yeah.
a, like this is a different regime. You get a different feel, man, and it's
Yeah.
really good to be a part of, yo.
I think
really
it's
good.
I think it's great to have, just last thing on the regime, I think it's really great to have Baselli too, who's seen it from the very beginning.
Yep.
To
The
the
very beginning.
end, and he's been involved, he's been invested. And I forget who said it specifically. One of the players said it during like their interviews. They said, you know, it's just good to have a coach that cares.
Yeah.
And you could tell Liam Cohen cares.
Robert Hainsey said it.
Robert Hainsey.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Liam Cohen cares a lot. You know, Gladstone cares a lot. Baselli is definitely invested. It's like top to bottom.
Yep.
You can tell this team is not only committed to winning, but like, hey, we're gonna figure it out one way or the other. In which a lot of Jags teams were in, you know, these games, these close games
Yep.
last year.
Yep.
You know, we
And
can
didn't
talk
win
about-
'em.
and we didn't win them. But they're
What,
finding
like 2-12 in one possession
Yeah.
game, something like that
But
last
we're
year.
finding ugly ways to win games, which and that's all that matters at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I think real quick we have somebody in the chat.
All right. Who we got in the chat?
We have Duval T87.
All right, Duval T87.
What up?
Shaq finally realized that I gotta get rid of that cancer.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, got to get rid of that cancer.
Yeah.
Is what she said. Like,
No,
but yeah, I mean,
it's true.
And I guess that person's referring to Balky.
Yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
yeah,
Bob Peterson, but
100%.
you left Balky.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
So maybe that was really a turning point. But yeah, let's
really
talk
was.
about the 49er game.
Yep.
So
yeah,
came out to the West Coast.
Yep.
Really good coach team. You know, they were injured, but again, we talked about it being, you know, a team that we should, you know, beat the winnable game, you know, win the winnable games. But I think for this team, they still had a lot of firepower. They had Warner,
100%.
they had Christian McCaffrey
Yeah.
still. Like, it's not a layup.
Not at all.
No, that was
so
no
what
layup.
what did you guys think about how the game went? Was it, you know, what did you think about the overall game?
First of all,
Initial thoughts.
I'll say this: the Jaguars were not favorites to win that game going
At
into
all.
it.
At all.
And a few minutes ago, I talked about how we won those games. We're finally winning games that we should win. But most importantly, if you're going to be one of the best teams in the NFL, you got to start beating some teams that people say you cannot or not supposed to beat.
Yeah. Right.
And so when you
Right.
go to the left coast, we lost 5 straight to the Niners. I don't know if you guys remember, but even when they came here maybe a couple years ago
Like
and we went
34 to
there,
3.
if it's 60 minutes in the game, they held the ball 45 minutes. It was
Yeah.
bad. They
Yeah.
dominated us.
100%.
So for
Yeah.
us to go out there, I think we got down 3-0. I think it was something like before we
Yeah,
got on
yeah.
the roll. But to go to the West Coast, we got down early, shook it off, and to play the way that they played. Because here's the most exciting thing for me as a fan and as a person who covers the team.
Yeah.
We're playing this well. Our defense is creating all these turnovers, and our offense still hasn't found its rhythm yet.
Scratching.
Right.
Yes. So
Scratching the
how good will this team be when all 3 phases are truly firing on all cylinders?
And I think that's what my biggest takeaway from this game was
Yep.
you know, even though the offense faded in the second half,
Mm-hmm.
the first half, I think in totality they played the most complete game on all 3
in
phases
the first half. Yep.
you know, as they played
Yeah.
all year. So
Agreed.
I have a lot of faith in this team. I have a lot of faith in the offense still.
And it's
Yeah.
tough to win on the road.
It's tough
It's
to win on the
very
road.
tough
to
win on the
And
road.
yeah, let's talk about Flash, what was your initial
Oh, I
thoughts?
mean, you know, I'm really along with you guys. Like, I was shocked. Let me just be honest with you.
You were shocked?
I was shocked.
a
I
lot
was
of us
shocked
picked
to-
on Sunday to win the game.
Well, yeah, but it's the way that they
How they
perform,
won,
how
yeah.
they respond to adversity, how they, you know what I'm saying? This is
Yeah.
a different Jags team, man.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm watching and I'm cheering, but I'm also in awe.
Yeah.
You know, like the performance by Devin Lloyd, the
Yeah.
performance by ETN with the front seven like that. Like it was
Yeah.
these are things that like I'm not used to.
Right.
Yeah.
So
got-
like I'm
gotta-
like
you can't
I'm
trust
like,
your eyes. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't trust your eyes with that, but you can literally trust in this coaching staff,
Yep.
in the energy and in the mindset behind
Yes.
this team. And
Yep.
I'm so like these are my Jaguars.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm rocking, bro.
It's
I'm
a fun
locked in.
team to root for. It's a fun team to watch.
It is.
Let's kind of give out some game balls. All right.
Sure,
So I
yeah.
think there's an easy one.
Yeah.
Now we do this almost every other week. So we'll see how it goes. But let's go around the table. So let's go Flash and go this way.
Bro, we can
Who'd you give the
we
game
can
ball?
1, 2, 3 this and say it all at the same time. Is everybody
Devin
ready?
Lloyd.
Oh, you jumped the gun. You jumped the
I'm
gun.
saying at the
But
same time then. 1, 2, 3.
Devin Lloyd. Congrats.
Game ball, man. Yeah. Oh, ball AFC Player of the Week, by the way.
And being dogged by a lot of Jags fans. Not me.
Yes.
I'm the biggest truther
I
of
was
Devin
dogging
Lloyd.
him. I was dogging him.
I knew what he could do if you put him in the right system,
Mm-hmm.
and this Campanelli has been unbelievable.
What?
But Devin Lloyd has really stepped up and played
Mm-hmm.
unbelievably.
And you know,
Unbelievable.
something else too that we can't understate. You got to have good coaching, but also, you know, the thing that I found interesting during training camp is when Trayvon Walker and Josh Hines Allen talked about how the other Nielsen defensive coordinator, the former
Right.
one, had them playing at such a heavy
Such-
weight,
yeah.
losing all of the weight,
Yeah.
and now you can see how quick and agile, athletic they truly
Everybody
are.
is
Yes.
flying around.
Yes.
Man.
Everybody
Yeah.
is. I mean, we talked about this last week too. Like even the cornerbacks in the run game. Like if
Mm-hmm.
you watch the all 22, these guys come flying off the edge and
Mm-hmm.
make plays. Like one of the biggest reasons I think Travis Hunter doesn't get maybe like base snaps, like first string snaps.
He's not
is
as physical.
It's because Tyson Campbell's killing him
Yeah,
in the run
yeah.
game, just with Jordan Lewis too.
Yeah.
So yeah, these guys are all flying around and
100%.
really playing well.
Yeah, I love
But
it.
yeah,
I
shout
love
out to Devin Lloyd for stepping up in
Devin.
a contract year. So
Man.
it's great.
It's-
How fitting, huh?
Yeah.
It seems like it always happens.
Yeah.
Well, ETN kind of too, if you think about
He
it.
is in the contract. Yes,
we
he
gotta
is.
we gotta start franchising
Yeah,
these
no,
guys
100%.
every year now.
100%. Because this is getting crazy, and I don't want to lose any of these guys, man, that we're looking at right now.
It's tough.
I
We're
don't
gonna
wanna
have
lose
to
anyone.
find some money. I think we're okay, but who do you guys think? So we do a segment every week doing a stock up, stock down. So 3 players that we thought really impacted the game and had a great game. Their stocks going up, and then 3 going down. Let's go kind of this way around. Who's the first player that you had that was a stock up Flash?
And this is gonna be out of the,
Left field.
left field, real
Okay.
left field.
As
But
we're
I'm gonna
watching the
say-
Sox and the Yankees play at Strings Brewery right now.
Yeah, no, shout out to them. Playoffs, MLB playoffs. I don't watch it, but
Me
whatever.
either, but we're good.
So first stock up, Hunter Long.
Okay.
Yeah, tight end.
Man, tight end, Hunter
Yes.
Long.
I was dogging
He-
that
bro,
backup
oh
tight
my
end
gosh.
position all season.
I think he's the one who has been in this system before.
Yeah.
And you can tell that he's been in that system before.
Yeah.
He's been able to create separation on routes. He's been blocking his butt off in the run game, and man, he has been playing lights out since game 1.
Yeah.
So
it's a great one.
Yeah, I really like it.
I want to stay with the tight end position because
Okay.
I don't think that they throw the ball to Brenton Strange enough. But
I
when he
agree.
gets his opportunities, this dude is a beast.
Yeah.
Excellent blocker,
Excellent blocker.
excellent route runner.
Yep.
He talked about, before the season started, that his number one goal was to build trust with Trevor Lawrence. The
Yeah.
trust is there.
The trust is there.
And I believe when he becomes more of a focal point of the offense, he's going to be one of those guys that's going to be talked in that Pro Bowl
Yep.
type category. I don't know if
100%.
if you're watching what this dude is doing,
Yeah.
but if he's asked to block, he blocks his, can I cuss? Ass off.
Yeah,
I'm not on
yeah,
TV.
yeah.
All right, and then two, whenever he's thrown the ball,
Yeah.
dude, he doesn't drop it.
Sure
No.
hands.
Good pass,
Sure
bad
hands.
pass, high, low. The dude, he catches it.
Yeah, look at the
Love that.
Houston game for an example of that. Is nobody could catch the ball in the Houston game.
Yeah.
The only guy we could go to was Brent
Brenton
Strange.
Strange. Yep.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
the more, like, you're 100% right. Once we go to him more and more, like, people are gonna recognize. I think he's still. He's got a lot of love already, and people are starting to recognize
Yeah.
it nationally.
Hey, we got that,
he was-
that signature
yeah, we got,
too.
we
Yeah,
got,
that
we
Brenton
got Brenton Strange right here.
Yeah.
Shout
yeah.
out to Cam Little at Strings in Jack's Beach. He signed it on Monday.
Hey man, we got some names on this board right
Yeah.
now, man. We're moving
see
on.
And
that.
also, real quick plug. Shout out to Sunrise Surf Shop as well.
Definitely.
We got the little sticker here going
The
forward.
board.
Sorry,
Yeah,
Aqua
man.
East. But yeah. So, anyways, yeah. So I think Brenton Strange is a great one. Yeah, I think for me personally, my first stock up, I'm gonna go BTJ.
Yes.
Yes.
Now, he didn't have a massive game,
He did not.
He didn't need one.
but he
We
caught
needed
the ball.
He needed to get that
and
going.
he didn't drop the ball.
Yeah. I wish he would have got his 2 feet in on
Yeah,
that
that's
out route,
okay.
you know, for that first down. But
Listen.
it's okay. It's
And
okay.
shout out to Liam, got him involved early.
Early.
And often.
Early.
And I like that, and I think there's a lot of those out routes, those deep out routes that they went to him multiple times. I like them going no huddle a little bit too. We talked about that in the offseason. Like, hey, Trevor works best in no huddle.
He does.
So if you can
does.
simplify things for him and get the ball out quick for him and run the ball, like
Yeah.
this offense should score 30 points a game, in my opinion,
Yeah.
with the amount of receivers we have.
Agreed.
So
Agreed.
I like getting the ball to BTJ. Had a big bounce back game, I thought,
Yep.
under the radar because the offense didn't do as much in the second half. But it was just nice to see him catch the ball and go to him consistently.
Agreed. Agreed.
So I think he's going to be able to build confidence off of this and kind of go to next week and going into the Chiefs game, which we'll talk about, I think, with a lot more confidence and a lot more comfortability with Trevor going
Agreed.
forward.
And why fans should not be alarmed. We know that BTJ, Jags fans have obviously given him grief about the situation in the Bengals game, effort, etc. He really came on in the second half last year. It wasn't the first half because I remember being on Porter's place saying, throw BTJ the dang ball. And when they really began to do the jet sweeps and the screen passes, it opened up the deep stuff.
Yeah.
So, I know he had an incredible year last year. I'm expecting him to have an incredible year this year. But remember, the season is long.
Yeah.
Don't panic. He's too good.
Don't panic. And for him to not be performing at that high of a level, and we're
Correct.
still 3-1.
Correct.
Come on. We're okay.
That's massive.
We're okay.
I think this is the toughest stretch. Not to look ahead of ourselves, but like we said, we'll take it one game at a time. But this next, Chiefs, Seattle, Rams, and then we get a bye week.
Yeah.
Because
We're gonna need it.
If we're gonna need it because we're playing a lot of tough teams here. But if we can just keep doing what we're doing and build and continue to build, that second half of the season, hopefully, is really nice to us. So I think we have an opportunity. So let's talk about the second player though. So second player that has stock up for you, Flash. Who is that?
It's gonna be, and this is off of one play.
I already know you're going to say
Travis
it.
Hunter, baby.
Oh, no, not me.
Okay.
Go
Travis
ahead.
Hunter catching that 3rd and 15,
Yes.
like across the middle,
Yes.
no fear. Trevor
Yes.
putting the ball where only Travis Hunter can get it. That was
Yes.
incredible to me, man. He had to
Yes.
double catch it. Don't get me wrong, but he held possession on that thing and kept that drive moving, and we scored on that drive.
It's so good, I want you to talk on 2 mics.
We scored on that drive, and it was great, dude. It was
He's
great.
gonna be a big conversation a little bit because he's got to play a game that's like this, and then you don't see him.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about it. But I have no idea who you were talking
Yeah, I
about.
don't
with
know who
one.
you were talking
Who
about.
are
I
you
thought you were
talking
going to
about?
say Eric Armstead.
I thought you were going to talk about Parker Washington.
If I had a third
We'll get to
one,
it, we'll get there, we'll get
See,
there.
that was my third.
that was my third.
Jumping
yeah.
ahead.
But I thought, number one, he did not play really at all during training camp. There was concern about the health.
Right,
And
I was very concerned
about
I'm
that.
going to
Okay.
keep it 1,000.
Yeah.
This organization has been notorious for getting free agents that never productive, who are always hurt, who are always
People were
banged up.
hating on him for no
Yes.
reason. I was defending them. I was fighting people in the comment section.
hating.
And to be honest, I wasn't hating on him. I was mad at Trent Baalke. I'm like, you going to get another big time free agent or that has got a lot of mileage on it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That concerns me.
But people were hating on him in this offseason. They were saying Liam's not using. Well, they were upset because Liam wasn't playing him in the training camp.
Well, he wasn't 100%.
Right. He was resting it back or injury or something like
he wasn't
that.
100%. If he could play, he would have been out there. But I said all that to say, to see what he's been able to do along with Josh Hines Allen and Trayvon Walker when he's healthy, it kind of reminds me of Saxonville.
Yeah.
The way they harass quarterbacks.
Yeah.
And I won't get deep into that, but then they have that play on Sunday when the game was on the line. This is a guy that you paid a lot of money to a couple years ago. He makes a big play, returning home. It excites me because we all know this. If you're going to win on the NFL level, you've got to win both lines of scrimmage.
Absolutely.
And when we are playing a team like the 49ers that we know is physical,
Yes.
a team that's notorious for running the ball and then getting the ball out of Brock Purdy's hands. I'm not even drinking. Brock Purdy's hands. And for him to make that big play in that crucial situation, that's what championship teams do.
Yeah,
100%.
And this coaching staff preaches on it. That's all. I think I've heard the coaching staff say physicality,
453
a
times.
million
Oh
times.
my god! I feel like we're about to start a drinking game
But
every
but-
time they say physical.
But listen though, they're listening to the coaching staff.
100%.
We have the most physical team in the NFL right now.
100%. Yeah.
I don't know if anybody knows that.
I do.
We have the most physical offensive line and defensive line in the league.
Mm-hmm.
I think we have a lot of talent on both sides too, but I think it's under the radar on how big of an impact that has on the rest of the team, and the rest of the teams that we're playing don't really necessarily understand that.
Right.
They think, oh, Liam Cohen, offensive, coordinator. Oh, he's probably gonna try to throw the ball around. He's been running the rock like
What?
crazy.
Crazy.
And
Oh
you
my
got to
God.
give mad props to the offensive line that took a lot of heat during the offseason.
Macari, Cleveland,
Me personally,
Hainsey.
my
Yes.
third was gonna go to an offensive lineman.
Yeah.
But please get to your third real quick.
Yeah. So who's my third? No, wait.
Oh,
we were
your
on
second. Sorry, your second. Go ahead.
So I'm gonna go Josh Hines Allen. So
Yeah, yeah.
Josh Hines Allen played unbelievable against the Texans, but they lost Trayvon in this game, and I was very worried. I was concerned because I said, yeah, I know we got Ogba, we got Smoot, but man, Trayvon's a big loss, and I think it's nice to see that he's only week to week right now. That's what I'm hearing, but again, Josh Hines Allen said before the season started how I want to be the defensive player of the year. And the effort at least is there.
Yeah,
I don't know if the
100%.
numbers are gonna,
It's not necessarily
correlate
reflecting-
to it.
Yeah.
But the amount of pressure he's getting on the quarterback,
He's top 3 in the league. Top 3, top 5.
he's playing unbelievable. So
Yeah.
I think Josh has been balling this
Yeah,
season.
agreed.
And I totally agree. Josh Hines Allen may not have the sexy numbers, but he's definitely impacting how teams are defending him.
Definitely.
Agreed.
And even with them putting so much focus on him, it does allow a Trayvon Walker. It does
Eric.
allow a Eric Armstead
Yeah.
to be able to get in there and create havoc. Also, too, let me be 1,000.
Go ahead.
I felt like Josh Hines Allen really needed this because last year, he came to training camp.
Yeah.
He was saying, jump on my back. He had the record setting.
Yeah.
He set the franchise record in sacks at 17 and a half,
Yeah.
20 million and a half, something like that.
Yeah.
It was a lot. And he was saying, oh, if you want to know how to do this, do that, and
He
do
got, like,
this, jump
7.
on my back and do X, Y, and Z. And I felt like 7 sacks are respectable. It's hard
Not,
when you're coming.
not for your top edge
I
rusher.
get it.
He's got to get double
But
digits.
I'm just trying to get the benefit of the doubt.
But
That's
I get
it.
you. I get it.
But I felt like he has to have a season like this because
Yeah.
he did not back up last year what he said before the season started.
Right.
And now to come in and to look like that lottery pick
Yeah.
that he was when we got him,
Yep.
that's huge
It
because
is.
you gotta have great play from the guys who are supposed to be the stars in your defense. And I like what he's doing.
100%.
Yeah.
So let's get to our third, and we're gonna move on. My third, Emeka Udoka. Is that how you say his
There you
name?
go.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
correct.
yeah.
Okay, cool. I
It's-
thought I smoked that. All right, cool.
I think you're getting Ibuka
Ibuka, yeah.
get
okay,
mixed
okay.
up
Sorry,
because his
sorry.
first name is Chuba. I think.
It is. You're
Chuma
correct. I'm sorry.
Udoka?
Chuma?
Yep.
I don't know.
Udoka?
Listen,
CHUMBA.
Yeah, Chumba. Okay.
Regardless,
We know who you're talking
we
about.
know who you're talking about.
The
Udoka
He-
is
backup
correct.
tackle,
Yeah,
who
yeah.
came in when Anton Harrison got hurt. He
Yep.
came in
Yeah.
and still allowed no pressures. I
Yeah.
was very impressed with him because I was very concerned when
Really?
they said Anton Harrison was out.
Yeah.
He got hurt and went out, and Udoka stepped up for that. That was the same drive where we went 90-something yards
Yeah.
and scored that touchdown. He came in that drive and still produced very well.
Well, if you remember, he was playing great, and the coaching staff during the training camp and preseason loved him. They thought they might start him over Macari at right guard.
Right.
So
Some people thought that he was in a battle for Anton's job as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
So
Because I talked to Anton about
Yeah.
that. I said, do you believe you'll be the starter week 1? He said, absolutely.
well, he subbed in that one day during training camp and actually started over Anton, but he had a great game. I think the best part of our offensive line, just real quick, is we don't have a lot of top tier talent. I don't think.
Yeah.
However, we have a lot of depth, and we
Yeah,
also have a lot
agreed.
of versatility, where the
Agreed.
guys can play guard, they can play center, they can play
Yep,
tackle,
yep.
and we can move them all around. So when a guy goes out, that's why I was like, really, I'm not even that concerned when somebody goes out.
Well, also we're talking about game speed as well, right? We
Yeah.
can talk about practice, we can talk about all of the off-season stuff, but
Yeah.
until you prove it in the game, when you're standing
That's
across
true.
somebody who cares nothing about you,
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
I have to see that. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And once in seeing that, I'm confident enough for him to not necessarily block Chris Jones for a full game, but at the same time, I
Yeah.
would love to see him in those situations where we really need him to step up and protect Trevor as well as we need him to do it. And I believe in it.
Yeah, me
You
too.
know?
What's your last one?
It's an easy one. Parker Washington.
Yeah.
I like what
My
I
boy
saw in
Parker.
training camp. He was outstanding then, and then I feel like every time this kid is given an opportunity, he excels.
Yeah.
Agreed.
And we needed that punt return, that 87-yard punt return.
Man.
We talked about it last week about the Texans game. I thought Parker was going to jump off
Yeah.
and get score that last game. I was one game too short.
One game
but-
too short.
But he's a great player.
Yes, he is.
Not a lot of people know. So, my last guy, just real quick, I was also Eric Armstead.
Yeah.
So, just coming back, San Francisco, coming
Yeah.
back, they let him go. So, I
Full
thought
story, full circle.
full circle. Thought he
circle.
played well. Let's move on to 3 downs. So,
Man.
who didn't play well for you, Flash? Who do you think who's stocked down just a little bit?
Just a little bit. Dude, Tyson Campbell has to do just a little bit better, man. I feel as though,
Okay.
like, he's always a step too short.
Okay.
He's always, like, his head doesn't get around to the ball quick enough for me.
Yep.
I feel like that was an easy pick that he could have had on Ricky Pearsall when he caught it one-handed, like,
You think that was an
into
easy pick?
I think if he gets his head around, that ball was thrown so short.
I thought that
you
was
get
back
your head
shoulder
around.
and-
No,
I
back
don't-
shoulder, he would have still been able to turn around and be here on the sideline.
Listen, I'm not the biggest Tyson Campbell fan. You know this, but that's a hard ball for him to even get close to.
And that's fair, right? But like my thing is like I think that every time I see Tyson Campbell in coverage, man to man, he's always
Well,
just
yeah,
a
exactly.
step too short.
Exactly, and that's
You
really
know?
the bigger issue.
Yeah, he's always a step behind, and it's gonna cost us. It's gonna cost us.
Well, we hope it doesn't happen against the Chiefs because
They got Xavier Worthy, Hollywood, Brown, Juju Smith-Schuster has been balling. Like these are.
yeah.
I know, but
I
still,
wouldn't worry about him
I
at
wouldn't
the
worry
top,
about him.
but-
Yeah, But still, you have to think about these things.
Yeah,
man.
no, that's true, and he's getting paid cornerback one money. So,
Exactly.
Chris, what do you think?
I don't think this guy's stock is necessarily going down, but I want to see Trevor play better.
Yeah,
I
Dude,
want to see
yeah.
based on what we've seen in the past, we know he's capable.
Sure.
We just haven't gotten that consistency element, and I just feel like the offense, because it begins and ends with the quarterback, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
yeah.
We're getting too many dumb penalties, like delay a game,
Yeah.
false starts, and
Illegal
it's
shits.
missing. Yeah,
I've done this so much.
I'll see him make a tough throw, but then you'll see him miss wide open guys because it appears to me watching at home that he's predetermining where he's going with the football versus going through his progressions. And I know they've dropped a lot of passes. But I just feel like this is year number 5.
Yeah.
You were described as a generational quarterback.
Yep.
And I know people are going to say, well, he's in a new system. When you play in the NFL, if your teams don't win, system's going to change all the time.
Sure. Right.
But I do know this. It's hard for me to remain so patient when I see, like, with a C.J. Stroud with the Houston, it was terrible, and how he helped elevate that team. And I saw
Yeah.
Jaden Daniels go to Washington last year. That team, their organization was in the trash, the whole
Facts.
organization,
Facts.
and had them one win away from the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And it's hard, and I know people say, well, this, that, and the other, and neither one of those guys were considered generational guys.
Sure.
Neither
Right.
one of those guys were
Right.
number 1 picks. And and all I'm saying is, I'm just ready to see Trevor take that next step.
Yeah, 100%.
Because you're paid like the man.
Yeah.
People. Every time I watch a national show, I feel like he gets a pass.
Yeah.
Whereas other quarterbacks get crucified. And I just want to see him.
National show?
National
or the
shows?
local show.
I've
I think it's
seen-
more of a local thing. Than
I've
I
heard
think
of-
I think he gets run through the mud.
He kinda
on
gets-
a
he kinda
national.
gets-
Well, maybe
like
I'm watching the
drugs.
wrong ones. When I hear Dan Orlowski on ESPN, I
Yeah.
feel like he's a big.
Trevor guy?
Yeah,
He's a Trevor guy?
but
Okay.
yeah. Now he drilled him in that Cincinnati game. I
Yeah,
go back now. He
okay.
did because he was showing he missed some reads and
Mm-hmm.
and as my friend says, he trips me out. Not my friend, but our analyst James
Yeah.
Coleman. Sometimes he calls Trevor Lawrence ICU because he throws his receivers in the ICU with some
Yeah.
as far as putting the ball in bad places. But
The-
I like what I'm seeing, but I just really want him to take that next giant step.
Yeah, and I'm
Gotcha.
with you. I think that was my first one, stock down was Trevor. Now, here's the thing. I do think he's taken a half step.
I agree.
He's looked a lot better
I just need more.
than what he has. And I think it's unfair to him a little bit with the drops, which I've got cleaned
I
up
agree.
last week. The penalties have killed the overall
Correct,
offense
Yes.
correct.
to get them out of sync.
Yes.
That's really the biggest killer of the whole team because
Agreed.
you've seen, he'll throw and make a great play to BTJ for 15 yards. Oh, it's legal motion.
And then
Yeah.
we'll see him have a guy wide open and overthrow him.
Well, that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, like,
I hear what you're saying, and I think Trevor's made a half step, and he's been a lot better than he has been in the last few seasons here.
Yeah.
Now, I agree. His misses are. You would like to see him have misses, or sorry, let me take this back. His misses are so bad that when you look at the other, quarterbacks across the league, they're missing receivers too, but they don't make it look as egregious.
As egregious, yeah. It's
So, and to your point, and this is kind of what's going on with Travis Hunter already, is this generational thing, where life's about expectations, guys.
Correct.
No matter what you're talking about,
100%.
life's about expectations. And in football, Trevor being a generational Peyton Manning, type of talent, that hurts you or hurts him.
Yeah.
Because
you're already behind the 8 ball.
He's already behind the 8 ball
when you're coming in. Yeah.
Travis Hunter, whether it be the J.C. Horn pick where he would have had, a 70-yard touchdown,
Yeah.
whether it be the, Walker Little we talked about,
Yep. In Cincinnati.
in Cincinnati
Yeah,
where
with
he
that
would have
was
had
a
another
pick.
touchdown.
That was a pick,
And
too.
then the penalty on him, which shouldn't have been a penalty.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like if those 3 plays alone happen, everybody would be cool on
Correct.
Travis.
The conversation would be completely different.
Completely different. But
Correct.
because you're labeling it as a generational talent, you're expecting, I need this now.
Yeah.
You need to pop off the screen,
Agreed.
and it's just not happening. But let's go number 2. Who's your second stock down?
I think it's very difficult to do stock downs in
Yeah.
a win.
It always is.
I was gonna say, skip me. Skip me.
We always run into this where we're like 1.5, and we're like,
Yeah.
all right, next
Especially
thing.
when you're like 3-1, and
Yeah,
we're seeing
it's
our
like,
team do things that they typically
know-
hadn't done in years past.
Yeah,
but
we
go ahead.
we
But I
did
do
though
have-
after Cincinnati though. We're
Oh,
like,
yeah,
all
we
right,
had
we're
a-
good.
yeah,
we're straight. BCJ.
I think that this one here is a half step down, just like you were saying with Trevor.
Yeah.
But the safety core, in my opinion, for this
Okay.
game.
How so?
I felt like that we gave up a lot. I don't know if it was the coverage. I don't know if it was the play calling. I don't know what it was, but they were
over
kind
the
of
middle or the run or the pass. What do you
Well,
mean?
I think that they kind of disappeared this game, and I think that
Okay.
the 49ers intentionally took them out of the game. I think whatever game plan that Kyle Shanahan had, he made sure that Dewey wasn't really that involved. He made sure that Eric Murray wasn't really that involved. Unless they were running the ball, they were coming up and making tackles. But in coverage, I didn't really see them much. And it is what it is.
Do you think that's because they've had a pick in every single game until now? Until the last
no,
one?
no. But that's why I say it's only a half step down
Yeah.
because if somebody's like, their safeties are actually coming up making plays, actually
Yeah.
catching picks, then we have to game plan to keep those safeties
Yeah.
out of it. Now Kansas City has to game plan to keep our middle linebackers out of it.
Yeah.
So now I expect our safeties to step up and be able to make those type of plays and things like that now. So
Yeah,
when
I
you're
agree.
game planning for stuff like that, I expect them there to be a bit of a step down if you just balled out and they now have tape on you with it.
Yeah.
So
I feel you.
it is what it is.
What do you think?
You guys have taken the one. Honest to God,
The only one.
I don't want to be like I felt the same thing, but the ones you guys have already said, I totally agree.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I mean, it's hard.
I might just take this over for both of you then. 'cause
Oh,
I
go
got
ahead.
a couple.
Go
You gotta
ahead.
go- oh, okay, go
I
ahead,
won't even
bro.
waste time.
I
Go
got a
ahead.
couple.
Oh, I
So
know where he's going.
this is really my number 1. Robert Saleh.
Oh, okay. So, okay.
Oh, that caught me off guard.
Yes.
Robert Saleh lost. He lost the head coaching job to Liam Cohen.
Mm.
He lost the game against Liam Cohen,
Bomb
and then he
drop.
lost the post game to Liam Cohen.
bomb drop.
when he stood on business. So, Robert Saleh was really my number 1.
I agree.
Nice.
And the outside the box, and then
So if I knew we could have, if I know we could
Yeah,
have gone
you-
coaches, when I did the stock up, it would have been Cohen
Yeah.
because I like the fact that he told keep my name
Keep my
out of
name
your
out your
mouth.
mouth, gang. Yeah, I like that. I
Yeah.
like that.
And then yeah, just my last one. I could have went Liam Cohen and Liam Cohen and Trevor Lawrence because there was a lot of things like sidelines where they ran in that delay game
Yes.
and
Yeah.
not getting set, not knowing what's
Yes,
going on. So like,
yes.
That
there's-
2-point conversion too. That was
So-
not great.
but I'm gonna give Liam the benefit of the doubt of that on that one. I'm gonna say
Because of the post game.
yeah, probably honestly because they won in the post game.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
and this leads well into our next topic. I think it's Travis Hunter.
Yeah.
Now, again, we've talked about this before with stock down and Travis Hunter. It's not his fault.
Right.
It's not your fault. It's like I don't know if
It's
y'all
not your
ever seen
fault.
like Good Will Hunting,
Yeah.
but at the end of that movie, not your fault. He's I don't know if he's being used the right way.
Correct.
he shows up at least on offense one play a game where you're like, wow, that's the second overall pick in the draft.
Right.
And then you're like, a quarter goes by. You're like, well, where's our second overall pick in the draft? So, and with Diami being out, I would assumed he would have had over 100 yards.
Agreed. Yeah, agreed.
And they were going to him like crazy in the first couple of games, and then, and to their credit, I'll give him a little bit, is I wanted him to start on defense.
Yeah.
And slowly work into the offensive role, and by the end of the year be full time on both.
Yeah.
But he's the wide receiver 3, he's the cornerback 3. They put him on special teams against Houston 1 or 2 plays because they're like, hey, we gotta do something with him.
Yeah.
So what's going on with Travis Hunter? I think the expectations we talked about is hurting him because everybody's like, we need to have him out there making big plays left and right. Is it just the flow of the game for you, or is it like how do you think about how
Or is it?
how they're
It
using
just
him?
boils down to when we talked about BTJ and when he finally got going last year. How are you game planning for him?
Mm-hmm.
What are some other ways besides dropping back? I mean, can you bring him on a receiver sweep? I mean, what I feel like part of it is Liam Cohen is a very physical guy, but he's a very creative guy on offense,
Sure.
and I think they can offensively, because listen, man, it's hard enough trying to learn one position and you're trying to learn 2 at the highest level.
Yeah.
But I also think too, maybe they can do, quick screen pass, things that you can get in the open field and shake and bake and get some yards.
They've gotten
out of the
away
catch.
from it. They did it in the beginning, but they've gotten away from
and
it.
I think small things like that can help. It doesn't have to be an 80-yard bomb. It can be, snap it to him.
It'd be a 20-yard pass down the field.
Or it could be a
on
screen
3rd
and
and
then let him
15.
shake and bake, or
Yeah.
you know what I mean, one of those things.
I don't know. I just don't necessarily agree. Like we have this conversation like all the time. Like
Yeah.
I just don't necessarily agree about his stock being down just because he doesn't get used as often. Because in my opinion, I think who's making the winning plays, and are we winning with what we have out there right now? You know what I'm saying? Are
Yeah.
we making the necessary plays that it is? And I feel like Travis Hunter will make that splash play. But once again, with someone playing both sides, you have to slow walk this. You
Yeah.
cannot rush this. If you moved up to number 2 to get this pick, you can't just recklessly do this.
Right.
And I think that there's a way to do it, and there's a way to actually make this happen because once again, that was game 4.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's still
You know how
early.
we are as fans.
It's
Yeah,
still
yeah,
early.
yeah,
I
yeah.
just think for the typical fan, it's like, or the typical watching experience for anybody.
Sure.
Because I think even national, he's getting heat from it too. It's not his fault.
No.
But it's like, where is Travis Hunter now at the cornerback position? Here's the good news for you. Listen, like, cornerback position, if you don't hear the guy's name, that's actually a good
That's
thing.
a good thing, yeah.
So I wouldn't worry as much about that.
Yeah.
But on offense, even though I'm more of like a Travis Hunter play more defense kind of guy, like, dude, like, Diami's out. Get him the rock. Like,
But when Diami comes back, are you gonna still feel the same?
well, here's the issue. So I'm a big Parker Washington fan.
Yeah, same.
And I like Diami. Okay, now you got 4 receivers in here. Who are you going to take out? The issue is about snap counts and how many snap counts you can get Travis involved in. And that's what I'm saying is, like, he's not going to start over Tyson Campbell because Tyson's better in the run game.
Yep.
So he's going to lose snaps there.
Yep.
He's not going to start over Diami or Parker right the second because
Yeah.
we've seen him really not know the playbook that well maybe sometimes. Get
Sometimes, yeah.
communication. I think he needs to sharpen up on his route running a lot.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying.
But,
I
like,
think
my thing is,
it's a
I think-
slow burn to the end of the season. I'm curious to see
Agreed.
how he develops.
And I understand where you're coming from. I think where I'm having a bit of the discourse is because we talked about it earlier, right?
yeah.
Travis isn't as physical as the guys that are on that field right now. I don't believe he is. I don't believe that he has the tackling ability as a lot of those guys. He doesn't have the tackling ability as Jordan Lewis, Tyson Campbell,
Yeah.
or even Jarian Jones for that matter.
Sure.
And I think that if we're gonna put him in these type of scenarios and these type of situations, anytime he has to come up and make a tackle, there
Yeah.
has to be 2 hats to that ball, 2
Yeah.
or more hats to that ball. He's
Yeah.
not making any solo one-on-one tackles. He's not doing any of that. You know,
He's a willing tackler.
he is.
He's
That
a
doesn't-
he's a physical. For his size, he's got to, by the end of the year, hopefully he gets that 10 pounds that we talked about.
yeah, yeah. And that's all he needs. Is
I
about
think
10
he's,
more pounds.
somebody came out. I think it was Baldinger or somebody came out with like him blocking in the run game. This
That was
week.
pretty good. Yeah, I saw that.
So
I saw that.
he's
Saw that
a,
as
he's
well.
a,
That was a
he's
good
a
block
physical
Sunday.
player
Yeah.
for his size. It all boils down to snap count, and he's got to make the most out of them.
Agreed.
And again, this generational thing is going to be a weight on his body for the rest,
Yeah.
like an anchor on him.
Yeah. Agreed.
Hopefully not for his whole career.
And
but
we always have to do what we don't want to do as fans. Be patient.
yeah,
Yes.
We have no patience.
that's exactly
None.
what
It's all
it is.
about what,
That's exactly what it
what are
is.
you doing for me Monday night?
Right,
And
right.
what did you do Monday night?
Here's the
Yeah.
good news. I said this before the season started, and then this was going to be Travis Hunter's breakout game.
Hey,
and
you
it's
did.
it's coming.
You did.
Close to it.
You did.
Monday night?
Yeah.
So
He literally preseason, not preseason, but preseason
Yeah,
show.
yeah.
He picked Travis Monday night game to be.
this
Travis
is going to
Hunter
be it.
breakout.
This
Yep.
is going to be it where I think he's going to get an interception and a touchdown in the same game, and
Let's do it,
everybody's going to be
Travis.
like, "Yo,
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
oh, that's the guy
that'd be
they're
dope.
talking about."
Yeah.
So let's go with that. I think it's a good segue too. Let's go into Kansas City.
Yeah.
So huge. The only primetime game we got this season. Now, I think after this game, by the way, they're going to start.
They're gonna flex it.
They're
Yeah,
going to be
no, they're
flexing
gonna
maybe
flex
the
something.
Charger game.
Yeah.
I think
Ooh,
because
that would be great.
yeah, not for Herbert, but
No, not for Herbert. Especially not with that offensive line. No, not for Herbert.
but yeah, I think how do we feel about Kansas City? There's a lot of hype right now on Twitter and stuff. People are buying tickets. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
they're selling this
Yeah.
place out right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
So this is going to be
They're packing the bank right now.
They're packing the bank. I don't think it's going to be like Cincinnati when we did that. That was a Monday night game. So
that was a Monday night
I
game,
think there's
You
a
mean
lot.
when we're 8-3 and then we lost?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay,
And then
yeah.
But I
the
think
whole season spiraled. after that.
Exactly. But I think the fan base has got a lot of juice. People are coming to see him. So
Yeah.
how are we feeling about Kansas City coming in?
First of all, I'm glad Kansas City has found its mojo, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Me too.
Because when you're trying to prove that you're one of the elite teams in the NFL, the last thing you need is for everybody to say, "Well, Patrick Mahomes and have this person and that
Yeah,
person." They
yeah.
weren't clicking.
Yep.
I'm glad they scored the most points they've scored since 2023 last week in their win over the Ravens.
Definitely.
Number one again. Even when you suck, you get up for Monday Night Football.
Yeah.
Thank
100%.
God that we're
100%.
not coming into a Monday Night Football situation
Yeah.
where
We're
we're an
1 and 3.
afterthought.
We're 1 and
Or-
3.
Yes, or we know because our record sucks, you're going to see more Kansas City fans than Jacks. That ain't happening
That
this
ain't
time.
happening.
That's
this
not
time.
happening this time.
And the other thing too is, I just think it's a great opportunity for the Jaguars to reaffirm to that, not just to their fan
Themselves.
base, but also to themselves, but also to really put the rest of the NFL on notice that
Yeah.
we are a legit team.
Yeah.
This is not the same old Jaguars. When you talk to the players, they don't even like talking about the past.
No.
They always say the past is the past. We're only thinking about the present.
Yep.
We're moving forward. And I just think it's a great opportunity as a whole for this team to get out there, play a good team, and make a statement.
Yeah.
And I, honestly, I'm not being Homer. Because usually, sometimes you're so bad, you just be a Homer because you just can't be any more negative than what
Yeah.
the
100%.
situation is.
100%.
I think that this team can go out Monday night and win a close game.
Wow, I like it. I'm with him. I'm 100% with him. I do think we're more physical. I do think that they're not going to be used to the physicality that we bring in. I think that they can't see us as the same old Jaguars. So I think they're going to play a little bit more timid.
Yeah.
They're going to play. I think Andy Reid has watched what it is that we're doing. The deep ball, we're going to have to eliminate it, of
Yeah.
course. And I think that we have taken the deep ball away more than a lot of teams, And I think that zone blitzes, I expect Devin Lloyd to get a sack. Hot take right now, I expect Smoot, big game.
Okay.
Smoot, big game. No
Okay.
Trayvon Walker, probably. So Smoot, big game.
Man. So
What concerns you? I can read it, your body language is like,
He's
I
got
want to
concerning
believe
body
all of
language.
this, but what's your but?
Patrick Mahomes. You got Patrick Mahomes, and we talked about this a little bit earlier. It's like these past seasons where the 49ers came in, dog walked us. Ravens came in, dog walked us. You had Cincinnati come in a pinnacle game of the season where you needed to win, and you're 8-3, you need to go forward, and we lose. We didn't show up in prime time, and Kansas City's come into here, coming into Jax before and beat us up too. I don't think that's happening.
No.
But I think they're going to play really well.
Chiefs?
I think both teams are going to play well. I think it's going to be a shootout, surprisingly. I think it's going to be a
You believe it's going to be high scoring?
I think it's going to be a high scoring game, and I think it's going to be a fun game to watch because our defense is going to it's not going to be high scoring necessarily because the Chiefs are just, going to be balling the whole time. I think, our defense is still going to continue the trend of turnovers.
Yeah.
It's going to really come down to two things. And Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, they pick you apart when you play zone.
Yeah.
We predominantly play zone.
Yeah.
Now, when we played man, we're talking about Tyson Campbell, T. Higgins, Jamar Chase, Nico Collins, Pearsall or whatever. Like, there's been plays where we've had broken coverages and, busted coverages, and they've gone over the top on us. So
Yeah.
it's kind of like pick your poison. And that's why I think it's going to be, without Trayvon, it's going to be really tough. I hope Trayvon somehow plays.
Or you can use your running game as the defense.
Facts.
Come
Right.
out, be physical,
Yeah.
eat up the clock.
Yeah, keep them off the field.
The best defense is to keep Patrick Mahomes on the
100%.
sideline.
Yeah.
And because we've been able to run the ball so effectively this year, I feel like you got to be smart, like be aggressive,
Yeah.
but at the same time, use your offense, the running game, as the defense.
I agree.
I'm taking Bayshore Tune for a touchdown on my on a parlays.
I'm taking BTJ to have a breakout game.
Nice.
I think Travis Hunter. I think they're gonna score. That's why I'm saying it's a high scoring game. I think.
Yeah.
And I think it's gonna be a back and forth. I think there's gonna be turnovers on both sides. Unfortunately, I
And it's
think
going to come down to the final
it's
possession.
gonna come down to the final possession.
Trevor's going to have to make a play. He's going to have to make a throw.
And I think Trevor, BT, and Travis Hunter are gonna show up and be like, "This is what we thought was gonna happen
Yep.
week one."
I hope that, but I hope what you're saying happens the way you do. But I would rather have our defense on the field in comparison to stopping their drive to score to win the game than us being on the field.
I disagree.
I disagree.
I
Go
want
ahead.
to see Trevor
Yeah, me too.
in a primetime game, in a clutch situation. And what I keep saying is next step. We need to see that. We need to know that
I'm with
when
you.
the game is on the line, the stage, the moment is not too big.
Sure.
Because there are times in just regular games, when the intensity picks up, sometimes he plays like a rookie.
Yeah.
Like he makes
gets- he
bonehead
gets-
decisions. Like he'll just be running, and all of a sudden, or I'll give you an example. I think it was against Carolina when we were at home. Was that the second game or the other first? That was the first.
That's first.
Okay, well, we were at home, and the biggest. Or I'll go back to the San Francisco game, staying in bounds.
There's been several times in every game.
Yeah, and
Just to
That's
help
staying
you,
in.
just to
We-
help you out. I
thank
mean,
you.
in Houston too, he threw that ball into
Yes,
like double cut. Like
yes.
he tries to play hero ball and he tries to do
Yes.
too much.
That's
And-
what I'm trying to
and-
say.
And Liam Cohen has coached him to try to do less. Less is more. Go to the underneath.
I
Go to the
agree.
check down.
That's exactly what and
Yeah.
I want to see him make smart decisions
Exactly.
when the game is on the line, because I'm not there yet with. I really believe when we need him to be the closer, he can close it out.
Yeah.
I haven't believed in it in a long time. I think we have. Let me ask you guys a question. Are we okay with Trevor Lawrence right now being the best game manager he can be?
I am.
How do you mean?
You know, like game managers, like
Yeah,
the you know exactly what I'm talking about. Like
No,
the,
no. I know what you mean as far as game manager, but I mean I am if we're winning game. That's what it comes down to.
But like my thing is, I think that with this game coming up right now,
Yeah.
I think that
I don't think
the
you win.
Chiefs, the Chiefs have a really bad run defense. They
Okay.
also don't have the greatest secondary.
Sure.
I think that last week they gave up 100 yards between Derrick Henry and Hill, whatever
Yeah,
his
yeah,
name
yeah,
is.
yeah, yeah.
They gave up 100 yards.
Yep.
So between Etienne and Bayshore Tootin, I think that we could do the same thing. I think that our offensive line is way more physical than the Ravens' offensive line. I think that we push them off the ball. I think that we run away from Chris Jones, Karlaftis. Who
Yep.
cares?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think that we can literally create that separation, and all Trevor has to do, dink and dunk. Make sure that we get to where we need to be. We eliminate the penalties, and we can win this game convincingly.
Can I
that way.
simplify it for
Sure,
you?
please.
When you say game manager, what do they call Brock Purdy? A game manager. And what happens in
Yes.
San Francisco? All they do is win.
All they do is
win,
That's what I'm
win,
saying.
win. So if he's a game manager, I think he doesn't get the credit he deserves. To be honest, I
Brock
think
Purdy?
yes,
Yeah.
I really do.
Agreed.
But
Agreed.
if that's what game managing look like, and we're gonna play in the Super Bowl, and you're gonna be in the
Yeah.
NFC, I'm with it.
Right,
I'm
too.
with it.
Right.
So here's the thing. I disagree on the closer thing. I think Trevor's a great closer.
Really?
Okay.
I think, look at 22. Did we not win all those comeback games?
Oh no, I'm with you. I'm
That's-
with you.
that's
I
Trevor.
don't think that's
Did-
closing though.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Let me finish.
Sure. Sure.
This season, Houston didn't play well most of the game. I think Trevor's it's not the end of the game or the beginning of the game. I think it's second quarter and third quarter. Trevor Lawrence doesn't play well. First quarter and fourth quarter, I think he plays decent.
That's a fair assessment.
And I think closing games, I'm really not necessarily as worried or concerned. I'm more worried about him playing a full 4 quarters consistently.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about him in the fourth quarter. I actually like him better in the hurry up 2-minute offense, and I think he's better and more comfortable that way. I think when we get him in the second and third quarter, when it's just the middle of the game, that's when he's making stupid decisions.
Right.
That's when he's forcing the ball. I have no
I
problem
guess
with that.
the reason I have a hard time with it, because most of the time in the NFL, it's going to come down to that final possession.
Agreed.
This ain't college where, Georgia plays, Vanderbilt is going to be 63. Yeah, week in and week out, it's going to most of the time be competitive in the NFL.
Yeah.
And it's hard for me to agree with that assessment when before he got hurt last year, we lost so many one-possession games.
Yeah.
And until I see that narrative change and him do it consistently, I'm not saying he can't. I'm not confident.
But like San Francisco last week, he closed the game out. He didn't play well in most of the game. In the second half, but
Real
he closed
quick,
the game out.
We have somebody in the chat, real quick.
All right, cool. Let's go.
Duval T87.
Oh, we got another Duval T.
Duval T87.
What up?
I think we will win a close game. Their O-line isn't that good.
Agreed.
They gotta pressure Mahomes.
Yep.
Yep.
I want Trevor to get a dub undefeated.
Oh yeah,
All right.
it's Trevor's birthday, and what T87 was saying, I'm sure you guys can read it in the comments. Is just their O line isn't that good, and we have depth at D line.
Yeah, I think the tackles.
You know?
That's why I'm really praying that
Jawan Taylor.
Trayvon plays because we can put him in a spin cycle. But yeah, I mean, just real quick on the Trevor thing too, though. Like, I don't know. I think he's gonna have a really good game, and I think he's played great this season. But there's a lot of things holding him back, whether it's drops or penalties.
Yeah.
They clean up just the penalties and the drops.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at a lot of these games, like Trevor's really balling, other than like a
But
few bad
he's
throws here and
he's-
there.
Yeah, he's
been more accurate
than not.
Which is kind of saying something. It's kind of saying something because some of these throws aren't that great. But
Yeah.
I believe in Trevor. I don't really even necessarily think that's an issue necessarily.
And I'm not saying I'm not a believer. I just want to see more consistency, continued consistency.
Well, that's why I'm saying one through
in,
4.
And in a big game like we
In a
know will
big
be
game.
on Monday
Yeah,
night.
yes.
And San Fran was a big game too, but I'm just saying I just want to see it more consistent.
That's what I'm saying. Just spread it out through the
Yep.
first and fourth quarter,
And at
all
some
the way
point,
through. You
this
should be
offense
fine.
is gonna click.
Yes,
Some
it
point
is.
this offense is gonna click. It's gonna make sense for everybody across the board. It is
Yep.
a new, even if it doesn't 100% click this year and we win 10 games still. Next year, we're definitely putting the league on notice. I do believe that there's gonna be probably after the bye.
Live in the present.
I don't even think
Live
we
in the
need to
present.
wait. I don't
Don't
even
say
think-
next
I'm
year. Live in the
sorry.
present.
I don't even think we need to wait. I think it's this game, and I think it's after the bye week maybe. But we're gonna see some explosive plays on
I would
both
like to
sides.
see it. I would like to see it
on
explosive.
both sides on Monday.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a fun game.
Yep.
If you haven't got your tickets already, real quick. Quick plug. We don't get paid for it at all, but go to the link in my Twitter if you see it. You can get 20% off on the game itself on tickets. So there's not that many tickets left. Go on my Twitter. There's a link. I'll repost it after this.
What's the code?
So the promo code is happy25, and basically you're getting our corporate discount. So we don't get anything out of it. Just want to make sure the fans are
The
happy
dog
and
co-signing you back there.
yeah.
Yeah.
My dog.
He's coming.
Yeah.
He's coming.
The dog's co-signing.
He's already got tickets.
But yeah, definitely make your way to the bank this Monday.
You going to the game?
Absolutely. I'm working. I
Nice.
got to do a pregame
All right,
show
perfect.
Oh, dope.
from 7 to 8 o'clock on ABC 25. I'm plugging. Yes.
Yeah, go ahead. No,
and
that's
then,
what we're doing.
And then we've got the post-game show after the game on ABC 25.
Dope, man.
So, yeah.
Can you give me a prediction score?
Yeah, I was gonna say go.
Oh,
let's
okay,
go.
okay.
Let's
Let's
go
go around. Let's
yeah,
go
yeah.
around.
Let's
Okay,
start
cool,
with
cool,
you.
cool.
So
All right,
I'm going to go with you guys and believe it's going to be high scoring, like you said.
Sure.
I'm going to say it's going to come down to a Cam Little field goal, 31-28 Jag.
Oh man, you stole mine. You stole mine.
That was dope.
Since he
Nah,
stole
that was
my
dope.
exact score, I'm gonna say 31-28 Jags. Cam Little,
Yep.
63-yard field goal at the end, and yeah, I think we have a great game on offense. I think the defense plays good at times where they're gonna get picked apart a little bit. I think in playing a lot of zone, but I think they're gonna make some plays at the end in the fourth quarter. You know, whether it's like a Foye strip sack or Foye strumble.
Yeah, Strumble.
No, gets forced fumble or you know, we get a pick or something by Jordan Lewis at the on the last possession,
Nice.
something like that. I think
Yeah.
we're gonna win.
Cool. I think it's gonna be moderately scoring. I don't really have it high scoring as you guys. I do have us 27-20.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was close.
Yeah.
31-28.
I mean, we all have
Yeah.
them winning.
One possession game,
Yeah.
but like as we talked about, just moving forward, dude. We lost like 10 to 12 games by one possession last year.
I think we were
So-
2-10, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. So this year, I don't want that. I think that we're gonna be even like this year we were 2-1
Yep.
in one possession games.
Yep.
So you know what I mean. I think that we're gonna do it this time.
Yeah,
You know?
me too.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate Chris. Thanks for jumping on. It was a lot
Hey,
of fun.
man, it was
yeah,
a lot
thanks,
of fun.
man.
I appreciate y'all.
Appreciate you
dog.
jumping
Listen,
on.
I hope
Yes, sir.
the next time we talk we're talking about playoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would
You know
be,
what I
that would be
mean?
good. Welcome
Hopefully
on
before
anytime.
that.
Yeah.
And hopefully I'll be saying, you know what, dude, you were right. Trevor's clutch.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
a closer. You Cleo. You look into your crystal ball, and it's all good.
Bro,
But
I'm telling you, just look. Don't look in the crystal ball. Look in the history books.
Mm.
I'm saying look through 2022 to 2023.
I'm not debating you. I just said I want to come back and say you were right.
You can
That's
say I'm
it.
right whenever you like. You don't have to wait.
But thanks for having me on,
Yeah,
guys. It was a lot of
appreciate
fun.
it. Yeah,
Thank you,
man,
thank
this
you.
is
All right,
great, man.
guys. Appreciate it. Let's get out to the bank. All right.
Yes, man.
Make your way to the bank this Monday.
Yes,
Okay?
sir. Go Jags, baby.
Duval.
Duval.
Okay.
Duval.
We win. That's how we